Pathfinder.
No trouble, I see. Good.
The Moshae said you remember when the Ket arrived.
My father's oldest friend was chosen to be Volt's ambassador to the Ket. The day he left, they embraced as brothers. All the Ket sent back was his badge, and a holo recording I wasn't allowed to watch. I was too young to understand why everyone was scared, why my father mourned for months.
I can imagine how terrifying that was for a child.
What frightened me was seeing how helpless my parents felt. All our leaders were confused and fearful. The terror made us hesitate. That's when the Ket struck. They'll try the same with you. Be ready.
Someday we'll have a city like this. Of course. You're always a welcome sight, Pathfinder. Still no word from our search vessel. How goes your hunt for the missing satellites?
Your people caught scavengers from Kadara port stealing them. There was a fight. Your ship lost.
I sent them out. And risked your life, too. The scavengers, Angaran? Have our deserters preyed upon us again?
Criminals were my people. Exiles. They ripped your satellites into scrap. I brought what's left.
The initiative is supposed to explore, not steal and kill. Why would your people steal something that protects us all? Murder those who are only trying to help.
These were a few bad people. There are thousands of good ones out there.
How can we tell the difference? Maybe the others are right. What if you are no better than the Ket?
These scavengers abandoned the initiative, just like your deserters left you.
And we hate them too. Keep what your people stole and go. I can't talk to you anymore.
Sorry to hear things went south with that Angaran astronomer rider. Found a silver lining, though. The scrap satellites are gonna come in extra handy.
Not as handy as what we could have had, but I'll take it.
I said you'd want to hear my experience with the Ket, to learn from it.
I do. Tell me about it.
They had just arrived. I was on a civilian shuttle to Volt when we received a message. The spaceport was on lockdown. Security concerns due to the Ket. We were supposed to land on a nearby moon and wait for the all clear. Instead of landing, the shuttle captain turned back. Something felt wrong, he said. Later we learned it was a Ket transmission to isolate us for capture. The captain had saved our lives.
The enemy uses confusion to take advantage of the vulnerable.
Many shuttles obeyed that false order. Those people were never seen again.
When I signed on to the initiative, I thought I'd be building museums. I'm enjoying alien cultures.
Did you look at the internal structure?
I couldn't even get it open.
Pavawa, I'm glad they finally let you into the city. You deserve it. This is Aya's Cultural Museum and History Archive. It's small, but you've already made it brighter.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
Oh, it's you. I watched you land.
Hope you're not calling me it anymore.
You heard that. I apologize. I was ignorant.
What's your job around here?
Aylin and I help Avela with her studies. I specialize in restoration.
So you make relics look new.
New as I can. I'm not a miracle worker, no matter what Avela says. She'll praise Ellen and I to anyone who will listen. Never had a supervisor like that before.
I'll leave you to it.
lo mangas para inventar.
Hey, how's the tongue? Still sweet? Hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
Is this Angaran? I found it on one of your homeworlds.
Son above. It's an ancient Ravan, a musical instrument. It uses Angara's body energy to produce music. We have them now, but nothing this beautiful. The songs it played were probably lost long ago. How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories, it's all gone.
You're already rebuilding. Look at Aya.
We have a long way to go. In any case, relics like this help us.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
The Moshai said we should speak. You remember the Ket's arrival?
One of them came to our city on a Val to offer lavish gifts.
We lined up along the street to watch the alien walk with our ambassador. As it passed, it stopped and knelt in front of me. I still dream of what it said. Young one, you are meant for greatness.
Now I know why my arrival had everyone on edge.
When I saw you walk with Paran through our city, I hoped the guards would kill you. I will never trust outsiders again.
If should have come to me.
Shh, Axel, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's she doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Axel, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. She risked her life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I want to be allies. Equal allies.
You don't even treat your own equally. Isn't that why the Krogan left?
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Axel... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. 10 out.
I've never lied to a director before. Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I know what it's like, jumping out of the cryopod and into the fire.
You've had it far worse. My condolences on your loss. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
I'm not going to like this, am I?
No more than I do. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
How many of our people have they let into the city?
The Angara.
That's huge.
It's more than We need to move. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
Aside from Sorvis Len, is everything okay? Need anything else?
Actually, yes. Director Tan gave me a project. He wants more Aya natives to live on the Nexus. He thinks it will deepen our partnership. A few Angara expressed interest, but none of them will agree to live on the Nexus without speaking to you first.
Why me?
After what you've accomplished? I didn't want to bother you, but you asked. I'll point you towards the candidates. If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ease off. I'm here to help. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
That's a weird thing to say. How'd he threaten you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was the big gun he was carrying? He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but dial it down. We're guests here.
Exactly. We shouldn't have to put up with this. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters, see if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
Sam, what's this?
A decontamination console for visitors to the med center. Touch the start pad to use it.
No entering the med center until you're clean.
How do I decontaminate?
Ion console. Touch the start pad, it does the rest.
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears is nothing to worry about.
Very reassuring.
I detect the infrared dye Silvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
I could use a workout.
I'm here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me?
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
The Vassal never accounted for outsiders living on Aya.
There's only so much room. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
I believe you, and I'm sorry for your loss. Between us, that botanist is kind of a jerk.
He didn't fear my anger. I respect that.
I'll talk to our ambassador, see if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
Put more energy into it.
It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going. Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Lets us focus on everything else.
Good to see you. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya.
I've heard of it. Why?
Angara are selling their slots to come here so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Oh, we have to do something.
We could let Angara who give up their slots live on the Nexus. It's safer than Vold.
Exactly what I was thinking. No one should suffer on our behalf. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director 10 immediately.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
You're one of Ambassador Riala's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you finally showed up. Let's get down to it. I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens who didn't want me dead. But my family's here. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You'll have ways to send them text messages and comm transmissions.
I want contact with the people I love. You offer machines. Not good enough, Pathfinder.
You're one of Ambassador Riala's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you finally showed up. Let's get down to it. I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens who didn't want me dead. But my family's here. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You can send messages, talk to them on the comm. We'll even arrange a visit.
You get it. All right. I'm in.
Exaltation is just another word for how the Kett kill us.
And if you're wrong? If we've been killing for them without realizing it?
I saw a Kett up close when they attacked. It was nothing like our people.
The Kett weaponize their victims to make you hesitate.
And when the Kett begin to exalt your people, what will you do then?
Thank you for that. Insight, Pathfinder. The issue facing us is complex. Come, my friends. Deliberate with me.
Pathfinder, Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
We'll take every precaution, but entering an alien environment is always a risk.
I appreciate your honesty, and so will my family. I'll convince them to let me go. Thank you.
Ambassador Riala said you're thinking of moving to the Nexus.
Pathfinder. I'm honored even to be considered for the transfer, but I won't be happy as just an observer. I need to work. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed employment alongside your people?
That's the whole point of this exchange. The Nexus needs people like you.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll have your ambassador start the transfer. Thank you.
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supplies to your outposts.
What brings you to Aya?
There's survival supplies only Aya has. I'm waiting on clearance to enter the city, but it's taking too long. I understand their caution, but the outposts need these supplies. I have to get them, now.
They let me into the city. I can help.
I appreciate that. To start, EOS needs a way to produce food to support population growth. They've requested Kiloa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
I'll make sure to get those seeds.
Settlers on Kadara are suffering from a bacterial infection. They need Angaran antibiotics to fight it. A medic in the city should be able to help.
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time. Weird question. You don't have any Kiloa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some?
I found Kiloa seeds for EOS. Is this enough?
It's perfect. I'll make sure EOS gets them. More of your outposts need help, if you have time. Vol's power grid is lagging without proper solar input. A solar amplifier would give them a boost. The solar technicians here may have the required parts.
I'll see what I can find. You work on the solar panels. Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
Here, I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Ryder.
You're shitting me.
I am not.
Ah, you acquired the components?
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing what you and Gil put together.
He's very gifted. When
we succeed, more of your people can experience our stories as they are meant to be enjoyed. Goda Tavitara. The Lulia Reborn trilogy. I'm weeping a bit.
Prepping VidCon communications.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Padromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No Ryder, but also no alarms. The orbital buoy isn't showing any major traffic. Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present less of a target.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not a simple attack. If someone's willing to risk attacking Prodromos, your first outpost...
They're trying to make a point. Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
From Prodromos is repeating.
We need a closer look.
I hear that.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Sorry to keep you in the dark, Pathfinder, but there are eyes on this planet.
We didn't see much traffic from orbit.
It's there. But hopefully you can get ahead of this before it turns into something bad. See you soon.
Pathfinder.
Reported as a loss. Supplies eaten by scavenger bugs. Let's be more careful next time.
Recommendations noted, Pathfinder.
Thanks for coming. Knew you'd be up for it.
I need answers. You said there were hostiles inbound.
We've had raids. With all our scientific gizmos, we expected pirates. But not this.
4-5, repeat. Stockpile complete. Waiting for beacon. Launch on detection. Repeat. 1, 2, 3.
What am I hearing, Bradley?
Here's my worry. Maybe the raids we've seen were just a decoy, so someone could do a slow tactical build-up in the Black Rock.
Tactical? You mean military?
No. That was an Angaran voice. He means Rokar. That's why he called us.
An attack on our first outpost? Can you imagine how the Nexus would react?
Exactly the response Axul wants.
I'm sure we can check it out without drawing too much attention.
You're the person for the job. I hope I'm wrong, Pathfinder. I didn't want to bring this kind of thinking to Andromeda. Head to Black Rock Tand. I'll transmit the nav point for the signal.
Gets us away from the sun for a while.
Loot from our outposts. And an Ark escape pod. Where'd they get that?
They're not keeping it.
We need an up-close scan.
Signs of Ket still linger. There's no getting rid of them.
Heads up. Looks like a Ket construct.
I am a victim. Just retreat to wherever the rest of you are. I tried to kill captors, but I'm kept. Let that be your final warning.
The sheer top, because it is.
I guess you run out of names eventually.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
Blackrock signal comes and goes. You've evened out the weather, but I wouldn't call reception clear. Eos still feels frontier. Claimed, but not tamed, we like to say.
Pretty harsh learning that shit on Vold. Bright side, no children. Every cat an enemy.
An enemy who used to be family.
Right. We'll call it a wash.
Almost at Blackrock Tand.
That is definitely a Roka signal.
Understood. Eyes open.
I hope your colonists don't just work. These worlds need normal life.
Activating automated forward station deployment. This remnant site has defenses in place, Pathfinder. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
Bradley was right. Rokar on site.
Watch for reserves after the first assault.
Thanks, kid.
Jal, are we clear?
We're clear. And we still have Bradley's signal.
Right. Let's see what they were protecting.
This worries me. Roka...
This signal can call dropships to a precise location.
That's a Roka strategy. The scout would have placed the beacon in the center of Prodromos.
Telling Aksul exactly where to strike.
Bradley, Black Rock was a Roka scout with a homing beacon.
Shit. Glad you put an end to that.
This job is half done. We need to ensure they don't come back.
Not sure what you're asking, Pathfinder. We can't risk our first outpost.
Third outpost. EOS had 2 before.
Promise and resilience.
What are you planning?
If they want to attack an outpost, we'll use their beacon and let them. Then finish the job.
The comm array at Site 2 is still intact. You could broadcast from there.
Everyone got that? Rokar welcoming party at Site 2.
Drac, what do Krogan like to do for fun?
Define fun.
Never mind. Whatever the Ket build, we can break.
We'll clear the Ket off EOS for good.
These things will be fun to knock over. A remnant site ahead! Strange how bleeding for a place makes it feel worthwhile.
My sensors are detecting Ket technology, Pathfinder.
We've got targets! You have a location for this Rokar beacon?
Yes, Pathfinder. Site 2 communications array.
Well, let's not keep Axul waiting.
Would have stood a better chance if they had a Krogan.
No offense, big guy, but I don't think that would have...
At least he died an honorable death.
Starting Rokar signal upload.
Are they heading toward us?
The Rokar have altered course. Pathfinder, I have enough...
Human, I told you you'd know soon enough. The beacon is live. You couldn't stop our scouts.
They've bought it. Hold until they're on the ground.
Ready to cut loose.
Maybe we can push the cat back. With what army? Can you even find the safety on your pistol?
I'm just going through the options.
Evacuate or die. Those are the options.
Blaze of glory is only pretty at a distance.
Excellent shot!
They're breaking! Crush them!
Aksul! The Pathfinder is coming. Motherless. Everyone prepare to defend!
Sounds like they're losing their support.
That's the last of them. We did it, Ryder.
Pathfinder, Axul's shuttle is leaving orbit.
I'll remember this. We're not finished.
You are today, and we'll be ready next time. Come to Prodromos, Pathfinder. We owe you. Again.
These shield masks are protecting against the radiation, but they're wearing out fast.
difficult start.
It's admirable you kept trying. Why would anyone, near the end of their life, take a chance joining the initiative?
Why would anyone at the start of theirs join up with strangers like us? Besides, who says I'm old? Who says I'm dying?
I don't think I said that.
You did.
I'm certain I didn't.
Now you're saying I'm deaf.
Ryder?
Nope, not getting involved.
Hey, you're not wrong, Chow. I am old. But I got a lot of living left.
I've been reading Krogan history. I have a few questions.
Careful, Krogan have a saying. History is written by the victors.
Krogan do?
You're from Clan Nakmor, but you weren't born into it. You chose it.
Yeah, the shaman of the clan was strong, and the Kratic wastes were beautiful.
And you had a rite of passage?
It wasn't so much a rite of passage as a death trip. I survived. Now I'm Nakmor Drak.
We had a legend that formations like this were from the weight of the sky, long before the Scourge.
Pathfinder, I detect a Kett camp ahead.
Enemies!
I was unable to extract much, but it appears the cat received a nav point from these remnant cores.
Can you get the nav point too?
Partially. I require another core to complete the string. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Remnant ahead, let's check it out.
This alien tech comes in all shapes and sizes, but what's it for?
That's Ket technology, Ryder.
Got 'em all.
I detect a remnant device in this location.
Sam, anything?
I extracted the nav point the Ket used, adding it to your system.
Let's find out what these Ket are after.
Pathfinder?
The Rokar attack is over.
We'll know what to watch for in the future. It can't just be this old man and his hunches. Special thanks to our friend Jarl. It helps to show we're not all on opposite sides.
We can't assume anyone could be an enemy. That's no way to live.
We're not planning on it.
How's the team holding up?
A little shell-shocked. Can't blame them.
Maybe I should say something?
If you like.
Time and time again, you've shown yourselves competent. And this was no exception. The infrastructure you've built, the skills you've developed. Despite adversity, you remain a model for the cluster.
So, when do we get back to work?
No approval asked or expected. We lose sometimes, but if they have the choice to keep going, they'll take it. This wasn't a good day, but it was another day. You gave them that. Your people, Ryder.
About what your people call the genophage.
You want me to just casually talk about one of the most painful things about being Krogan?
Yes.
My clan's stronger than most, and this trip... let's just say we're working on it.
Approaching the nav point, the Ket extracted from the remnant cores Pathfinder.
Keep an eye out for nearby Ket.
Approaching the nav point, the Ket extracted from the remnant cores Pathfinder.
Keep an eye out for nearby Ket. What is this?
Accessing. Pathfinder, this console holds detailed records of the native wildlife on Eos. This is vital information.
Can Padromos use it?
It would provide a significant benefit to Initiative colonists.
Good. Let's give our people a welcome gift.
We should search for those missing glyphs.
Wonder if I'd get anything on the scanner.
Ugh.
You should now be able to interface, Pathfinder. Interface successful, Pathfinder. Approaching the nav point, the Ket extracted from the remnant cores, Pathfinder.
Keep an eye out for nearby Ket. An Ark escape pod? Where'd they get that?
They're not keeping it.
We need an up-close scan. I think that's Ket tech. Stay alert.
Aya is watching what happens on Eos very closely.
Okay, firing the first hammer. Hold on to something. Remnant coming from below!
Let's do that again.
That's a big tremor for a couple of Remnant. Let's place the next hammer.
New worlds need to mark wars, battles, you know, once you're sure they're over.
That's Ket technology, Ryder.
Ket surveillance devices nearby, Pathfinder. I advise destroying it.
Surveillance device. What was it for?
Monitoring the colonists. It appears the Ket are gathering data on the initiative.
Already? Can we stop them?
I detect surveillance devices at other camps. Once you locate them, I can determine the best course of action.
You're welcome to this world. Few of us would come. even without the kit.
Sawtooth Plateau. All those broken pieces like a dragon's jaw.
I wonder what all these bits of remnant tech used to be.
Things crumble, no sense wasting time on it.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
Let's do this!
Strangers, right in our way.
Pathfinder, huh? No need to ask if you're a friend or foe.
I didn't know anyone from the Nexus was out here.
We're not. We're from the sovereign nation Advent, a few hundred clicks that way. Our nation, no Nexus interference. We didn't come to Andromeda to fuel Director Tan's regime. In Advent, we're free citizens.
I've got no problem with you or Advent. I'm here on a mission.
I'm fine with Pathfinders. We've got a job in common. Our water table dropped recently. Like the rivers underground were running dry. We tracked the problem out here.
There's been seismic activity. We're using that and a survey hammer to tap the rivers.
Oh shit. Advent needs that water supply to stay independent. Would you consider a deal? Our survey showed a massive natural gas deposit nearby. Your hammer taps that instead. We mine the gas and trade it to your outpost. Everyone wins.
Our outpost can manage with the water it has. Okay, done.
Great. I can tell you where to hit and call in our miners. The nation of Advent thanks you.
Do you have trouble with the Remnant? Back home?
Remnant? Those robot things? We see small ones from time to time. If they're here too, maybe they're all over the planet.
What's your problem with the Nexus?
I didn't come 2 million light years to dig someone else's ditch. The Nexus wants people to wait for permission before we start our new lives. A lot of us aren't waiting.
You're part of an independent nation? What's it like?
Advent? It's small, but growing just fine without Nexus support. Our capital, Aurora, is in a nice hollow of caves. Without those storms, it's cozy.
I hope your nation's intentions are peaceful.
Hey, we're colonists and pioneers, not scumbag raiders. Respect our borders, and there won't be a problem.
I'm going.
Good luck out there.
Tell me about this Ephraim guy.
He's special. A unique, once-in-a-lifetime leader that understands. Under his command, we see more success against the Ket. Angara greatly respect him.
Good enough for me.
This is the spot that Advent Scout gave us. Natural gas right under our feet.
Don't worry about the environment. Someone could always live here.
I guess we could go to the other side and tap water for Prodromos. Need a pick. The flow's moved, but we can tap the underground rivers from here.
What about the needs of the people in Advent?
Gas deposits at the other side. That would help Advent, but we can't do both. Tremors aren't the hammers or the remnant. What is that?
Pathfinder, the underground water flow has moved, but not sufficiently.
Plot a new hammer site, Sam. One last hit should do it. Last hammer. This should finish the job. Everyone ready?
Hit the legs.
It's weakened. Good job.
After it.
Attack its legs! Aim for its head! Creating reinforcements! Target the legs!
Bring it down. You've got a window interface.
These are a handful.
Ryder, it's Hanley at the outpost. I just got a massive spike on the seismic readings. The architect?
Yeah, it followed the hammers.
Great work, Ryder. The outpost's safe, and that architect should give us just what we need.
Get ready to fight!
Encamped surveillance devices nearby, Pathfinder. These devices appear to be feeding colonist data to a central location.
Can you give me a nav point?
Not yet. I need more information. Another surveillance device will be adequate.
That looks like Ket salvage. Be careful, Ryder.
I detect a Ket surveillance device, Pathfinder.
Sam, what do you have for me?
I determined the central location for the Ket surveillance device is adding the nav point to your system.
Let's hope we can stop them. We can't let the Ket hurt Padromos.
Ket machinery, Ryder. We should be careful.
Pathfinder, a remnant site is ahead. Defense systems may be active.
Where'd you learn to fight, Jarl? What's your training?
From my father. And... oh.
Cat ahead, Pathfinder. I recommend caution.
Purpose build, world by world. That's the way to keep things going. The central location for the cat surveillance devices is nearby, Pathfinder.
Stay alert. We don't know what to expect. I think that's it. Surveillance.
I detect transmissions sent from a nearby console. That may be the central data point.
Can we destroy it?
I recommend uploading a scrambler first, to prevent data from leaving EOS. Standby.
Reinforcements. Kent. Reinforcements. Reinforcements.
Hostile shuttle incoming. Frequency scrambler uploaded. Transmissions to and from EOS are blocked.
Good work, Sam. Now let's take this thing out.
Your people should now be safe from Ket surveillance.
Good. Let's get out of here.
Who broke my heart. but you said you understood.
Yeah, I did.
Can you tell me why? Did someone break your heart?
Hearts. Krogan have 4. And I'm not saying shit.
I understand completely.
Hostiles ahead! The only generators the Ket brought.
Given the large Ket presence on Eos, I would agree, Pathfinder.
We'll just keep shutting them down as we find them. Bane, we're coming up on the barracks.
sharp. Shouldn't be as many here as the base. No reason to get cocky, though.
That's the last of them.
Not bad, little duck. Not bad.
That is seriously the worst nickname.
So your granddaughter, Kesh, is superintendent of the Nexus.
I thought the Krogan all left.
Nexus brass would have loved to see Kesh off that station with most of us. My God, special. She's keeping them honest.
I think that's it.
Damn good work out there, Pathfinder. Wanted to extend my thanks in person. You did a hell of a thing, taking out all those Ket.
You showed me where to head.
You would have been fine without me. But you didn't drive all this way for me to kiss your ass. Here, your reward. Glad someone from the Nexus is competent.
Stay safe, Masani.
That's the goal.
Jal. A bot whispering in Ryder's brain, hearing her think.
Not at all. I'd love to take Sam apart. See how it all works. Though I'd need more information. Schematics. I wouldn't want to kill him.
Goes without saying.
Yeah, conversation over.
I am dying, though.
Sorry?
A while back you asked why anyone nearing the end of their life would come all the way out here. I've lived a long time, seen a lot of things. I know I won't see much more. Guess I just want to go out seeing what no Krogan ever has.
I respect that. It's an honor to fight by your side, Drac.
Ha, that Ked base is pretty high up. ITH and K, you want to fast travel if you have the forward station unlocked.
We lost a lot of worlds to the Scourge. Seeing one more or less reclaimed is strange.
Cap, Should we handle it?
Why was your galaxy called the Milky Way?
It's not.
But Liam said...
Milky Way is what the humans call it. We have our own word. Solarians have theirs.
So, what do you call it?
It's 600 years away. I call it gone.
Cat signals detected ahead, Pathfinder.
Nice work.
Console online. Stay within its radius.
Enemies!
You should have what you need, Pathfinder.
I'm guessing that's the cat in charge.
One less to worry about.
Reinforcements! Overwhelm these animals!
How many of these guys are there?
Our perfection cannot be defeated!
This place is massive.
Bigger ain't always better, except in my case.
We're not alone.
Wonder how long the Ket have been here.
Since before us, base like this takes time to build. We got company.
Pathfinder, reinforcements will arrive soon. Alarms disabled, Pathfinder.